All right, more function rules. F of h. That's how you say it, f of h. Of an object in feet when you know the height in inches. So let's say we go to the amusement park and it says you have to be 36 inches in height to ride this ride. How tall do you have to be in feet? You have to be 3 feet. Okay? How do you get from 36 inches to 3 feet? What are you doing? Dividing by what? Okay, you're dividing by 12. That is the process. So if I give you an inches amount, h, and I divide by 12, what will I end up with in terms of units? Feet. And so our function in terms of h is h over 12. Okay, the number over here, the variables over here, Dylan, just have the relationship. This is the result. The letter inside is your input number, and the idea over here is the function. Does anyone here have a job? In the summer. Where did you work? Somebody. Where, Gabe? Okay. You for baseball. How much did you get paid on the average per game? 25 bucks. Okay, so different scenario. Okay? Gabe umps and makes $25 per game. What would you think would be my variable? He makes $25 per game. Probably G is your variable, okay? So your function looks like this. What he makes in terms of his games, how much per game did he say? 25 per game. The M stands for how much he what? Makes. Why do I put a G in here? Yeah, because it's depending on how many games he worked. I was at Christian Grammar School last night watching my son play basketball, and there's a brand new ref there that was being taught how to ref. And I was curious what you make for reffing at the junior high level. And he was actually doing a very good job. It was his second game reffing. They make $47 per game. Okay? How long does a basketball game last at the junior high level, you think? Maybe an hour, right? So he has to be there half an hour ahead, half an hour behind. So probably for 2 hours of work, he made $47. You think that's a pretty good income for a college student? I would think so. Being involved in a game you love. His function would have been M of G equals 47G, because he was making 47 per game. All right, so here we have a graph. Our last example here. We have a graph, and we're asked to do two things. Number one, make a function. To make that function, we're probably going to have to make a graph on a table first. So let's find some points on this graph that help us make the table. What's this point right here? Okay, that's the point 4, 0. All right, what's that point right there? I read that to be about 2, 2. What's this point up here? I count that 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, 4. Okay? So let's take a look. Do you see any relationship between 4, 0, 2, 2, and 0, 4? That's the point 3, 1. Do they have a common difference? What's 0 minus 4? Negative 4. 2 minus 2? 0. So Zach, they don't have a common difference. Let's do the common ratio. 0 divided by 4. 0. 2 divided by 2. No common difference. No common ratio. Let's look for a common sum. 0 plus 4. 2 plus 2. 4 plus 0. 1 plus 3. So the equation is going to look like this. It's a common sum. Now we can't write an equation with x's and y's both on one side. We have to have just the y on the one side. So how do I move this x over to the other side? Just subtract it from both sides. So there's our function. So you can write your function as y equals or as f of x equals. So either like this down here or that right there. So the goal is going to be to recognize, is it a common ratio? Divide the y by the x. Is it a common sum? Add them together. Or is it a common difference? Subtract them. And if your sum or difference or ratio is consistent, that helps you to get your equation. When you're given the graph, your first step is going to be to write the table. From the table, then you can make your equation. All right? Now, for those of you who finished the first assignment, here's our second one. We've got about 10 minutes. So hopefully we can get a good start on